It's been 7 months since we last took our Jeep Sandy on a road trip through the backcountry of Georgia, our home state. And together we're already seated in our Jeep heading down the highway pointing to our next destination. A destination that encapsulates the very essence of Jeep travel. A place that every Georgia resident must experience at least once in their lifetime. Travel is defined as something different by every single person in the world. Travel is more than just a vacation or a holiday. It's an opportunity to step out of our comfort zones and discover the beauty of the world around us. It's about learning new cultures, tasting unfamiliar flavors, and immersing ourselves in different ways of life. One of the best parts about travel is the sense of freedom it brings and the liberating feeling that comes with the stepping out into a new place. Even though travel can have moments that challenge us, the tough moments often lead to some of our most cherished memories and lessons learned. After assessing our Georgia state map of where we've already been, we aligned our goals and set our sights on the northwest part of the state, otherwise known as the Highlands of Georgia. The Northwest Georgia mountains are unlike any other in the state, with impressively high altitudes, deep canyon-bordered roads, and elevations of nearly 2,400 feet. Lookout Mountain and the surrounding landscapes of Dade County will offer us a unique and exciting travel adventure, providing new discovery around every turn. It's new for David and I both, and I think it will test our travel capabilities, which will hopefully allow us to rise up to the challenge as we fall back on our past experiences traveling the world. The trip ahead is nothing short of beautiful, though it's not only about chasing destinations. This trip will be more about connecting with people, stepping out of our comfort zones, and embracing the unknown. After all, life begins at the edge of our comfort zone and is driven by enjoying the little things together and finding beauty in the world around us. So strap in and join us as we embark on this incredible adventure ahead, exploring the northwest region of Georgia. Good morning, my lovelies. David and I are just getting ready to head out on our vacation to the North Georgia mountains. We're going to be staying in Wildwood, Georgia. It's very close to Lookout Mountain and Rock City. So areas around there are Rising Fawn, Trenton, Georgia. It's very close to Chattanooga, Tennessee. So we're really looking forward to this road trip and so excited that you're going to join along with us. So let's go, let's hit the road. Are you about ready to go, honey?
There you go.
He got the Jeep all packed. He did some Tetris to make sure everything fit in there. Because I'm taking quite a bit of stuff. Well, we're both taking quite a bit of stuff.
Nintendo Kid pays off in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I heard we are taking a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm. We're both taking a lot of stuff. I'll be shotgun passenger and navigator.
That's right. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. See you soon.
Bye.
This trip would be made all the more special by traveling in our Jeep Sandy, a 2016 Willis Wheeler. Compact, comfortable, and outfitted in her Jurassic Park configuration, Sandy is our first and only choice for travel adventures like this, as her Jeep heritage efficiently handles various terrain and off-road excursions.
Here we go.
Thank you, honey.
Travel fuel.
off-roading ambitions are often played safe, and this trip would be no exception, though it's awesome to know that our vehicle is well equipped regardless of what comes our way. Traveling with someone special adds another layer of joy and bonding to the experience. Visiting new places brings us together as a team and unfolds new chapters of our story with every shared experience. One such experience was to take place even before arriving to our cabin destination, and it would prove to be one of my favorites from the trip overall, a never-before-visited site from our list of those yet to see, Sweetwater Creek State Park.
Hello. We've been driving for quite a while, almost 280 miles, but now we're ready to get out of the Jeep and stretch our legs at the first destination, which is
Sweetwater Creek State Park.
Yep. This will be the first state park that we get to cross off of our list, so let's go check it out.
From the historical museum to the renowned film trail, this state park had such a lure from the moment of our arrival. The weather was beautiful and we were so ready to stretch our legs after hours of driving. Lithia Springs, Georgia brings many visitors to this park, and it was clearly a popular spot of interest among many. Our hike peacefully wound through the forest, and the beauty of mountain streams served as a lovely soundscape. Continuing on the park's well-marked paths, we had the opportunity to encounter breathtaking wilderness views and wildlife such as chipmunks and even a majestic hawk, which I didn't get a chance to film. Sweet songbirds and rushing rapids filled the air for an easy half-mile hike to the historic ruins of New Manchester Mill, a textile operation burned during the Civil War. The impressive 5-story mill is recognizable from the film's Hunger Games, in the scene where Gale and Katniss get to go hunting above ground for the first time in District 13. We were eager to get back on the road and onto our cabin, so we said goodbye to this beautiful state park, but I'll always remember it as being one of my favorites to visit thus far. We've arrived.
This is very narrow staircase. Okay. Fall. I could easily fall. Nice kitchen. Cute. And really, it's just this view is what's amazing. Oh, it's a cute loft with some hand-painted ceiling.
Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met, you were worth the wait. Oh, this could be the best thing that
So we finally arrived to our destination. We're loving this Airbnb. It's very cozy, very bright and airy. We love the view of the mountains. And it just feels nice to be able to walk around and stretch our legs. You did a lot of driving, honey. You did really good though on the driving. We didn't have too bad of traffic. We didn't have really any stop and go. It's just a pretty good day for travel. It's good to travel on Sundays. That's a lot of times better.
Especially near Atlanta.
If you can travel on a Sunday, then that's your best bet. Still not great, but look at how beautiful it is here.
Look at the Jeep from it.
Hello from our Airbnb. We are quite tired now. We just had a delicious meal at Jefferson's there in Trenton, Georgia. It was so good. We both got burgers and fries, and our waitress was really sweet. She gave us a lot of great information about the local area. She was willing to talk to us about neat places to see, other restaurants and eateries to try. So now we're even more optimistic and excited about the rest of our week here, and we look forward to, just trying new places, setting out and not necessarily having a, committed plan, but knowing that there's going to be adventure around every corner. Kind of just going with the flow and seeing what we can get up to. David's inside resting now. He's earning some much needed rest and recovery because he did so much driving today. And neither of us slept that great last night, and we've both been up since the crack of dawn. So I'm thinking a nice early retiring to bed sounds great after a hot shower. And certainly the highlight of the day was stopping at Sweetwater State Park. Not only were we able to check another amazing state park off of our list, but we were not expecting it to be so beautiful. And it definitely has made my top list of state parks, like one of my favorites by far. So tomorrow, I believe Cloudland Canyon is on our agenda. Looking forward to that state park as well. Hope you guys just take it easy. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night. Imagine walking into an enchanted garden, surrounded by nature's beauty and a serene calmness that envelops you into an almost magical embrace. Welcome to Rock City, a place we immediately recognized for being more beautiful and intriguing than we expected. Gardens boasting of 400+ different native plant species created a charming, ethereal setting that went on for miles ahead of us. The experience of this self-guided tour was so captivating and urged us to explore further and seek out the new and unexpected surprises around every corner. Think thin thoughts.
That's great.
It is. It's so interesting. And it's cool in here.
It is. Very cool. Come on, walk to me.
As we strode deeper into the caves and pathways of Rock City, we came upon breathtaking panoramic views 1,700 feet above sea level. Every natural formation seemed to tell a story, and we could almost hear its century-old tales if we listened closely enough. Lover's Leap, an extraordinary rock formation featuring rocks jutting out from the side of Lookout Mountain, was so named by Cherokee legend after two young lovers from feuding tribes were forced to find their end in a tragic love story. In viewing the beautiful valley below, we were able to capture the magnificent sight of High Falls, a 100-foot waterfall that seems to epitomize the beauty and tranquility of the mountain. After exploring these natural wonders for hours on end, and possibly taking several thousand pictures, we decided to get lunch in the nearby town of Lookout Mountain, Tennessee, and enjoyed some Mediterranean cuisine at Massey's Kitchen. Canopy Coffee was next door, and this also gave me the perfect chance to refuel with a latte and recharge my dying phone battery. Re-energized once again, we headed on towards Ruby Falls, a series of underground cascading waterfalls totaling 145 feet in Lookout Mountain, near Chattanooga, Tennessee. We gained spectacular views of the Tennessee River, mountains and rolling valleys from historic Lookout Mountain Tower, which we climbed while waiting for our tour to begin. I wasn't sure what to expect, but was very excited to tour the underground cave system, originally founded by chemist and cave enthusiast Leo Lambert in the 1920s. Our descent took us 26 stories by elevator into the cavern hidden deep within Lookout Mountain. I enjoyed learning about the cave's history, identifying stunning rock formations, and of course experiencing the thundering waterfall light show that took center stage at the end of the tour. This cabin has been a perfectly cozy and charming hideaway in the woods and has provided us with some downtime. The amazing mountain views were very inspiring, and I took to my travel journaling with much enthusiasm. Through those moments of reflection, I knew that this trip would hold lasting memories and would further fuel our wanderlust and excitement for travel.
and join me, honey. Let's check in with everybody. We just arrived to a new state park, the James Sloppy Floyd State Park.
Summerville, Georgia.
We haven't found out just yet why they called him Sloppy, why that was a nickname, but so far it's a beautiful state park with a lot of great information.
There's something about it, it's never tucked its shirt in.
That does seem the most likely, but maybe we'll get to the bottom of it before we leave. This morning we had quite a bit of rain, and apparently they had quite a bit of rain here yesterday. Luckily it's beautiful now, it's cleared off, so we should be able to hike a couple of the trails.
Supposedly the waterfall is fed by this type of rain, so it's supposed to be a good waterfall today. We'll see.
Yep, we're looking forward to that. So let's get hiking, get off our butts here, and see what we can find.
Let's go.
This is a very beautiful park.
James H. Floyd State Park in Summerville, Georgia is both beautiful and picturesque, but let not the trails fool you. They had their challenging moments and put our hiking abilities to the test.
Have to record this.
I'm coming.
The park is named after a state representative born in 1920 and known for being so thin as a young man that his football jersey hung loosely on his frame, causing his coach to call him Sloppy as a result. The Marble Mine Trail leads to an old experimental mine out of operation since the 70s and has a small waterfall spilling over into a blue-green pool. I may have gotten tired out and hot from hiking, but that's okay. It meant that we gained even more quality time together away from the world and exploring through adventure, and those moments are what makes our trips memorable. After getting a little too sweaty for comfort, we decided to take a breather and head to a well-spoken-of coffee and ice cream shop called Great Awakening. Again refueled, we hit the road ready to further explore the mountains in our fun Jurassic Park Jeep. I was so undone by the beauty of this place and how peaceful it was to spend time there. We felt like we'd stumbled upon a hidden gem of an oasis, and we just took our time soaking in these amazing views. Our journey had already taken us through some incredible locations, but this one in Alabama is stunning in particular and highly recommended. Whether you're hiking through the mountains or relaxing by a waterfall, make sure to take a deep breath and just savor the moment. That's what life is all about.
Hello, we're checking in. We're going down a lot of winding mountain roads, so sorry if it's a little bit shaky and jumpy over here, but we just wanted to tell you guys how awesome the past couple of places was that we just checked out. We were at the state park the last time that we checked in. That ended up being a beautiful park with a great trail that went all the way up to an old abandoned experimental mine shaft, and then after that we came across this place here in Alabama that we thought we would check out. It's this beautiful waterfall
Well worth the drive.
called DeSoto Falls in Alabama. It was a stunning view. The water, it was just a really neat place to see. Didn't you enjoy it, honey?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I like the water.
David loves the water, so he was definitely all about exploring that area. So now we're just heading back to our original stomping grounds, Trenton, Georgia, and see if we can find some places to explore over that way. Let's go.
Cloudland was high up on our list and has been from the beginning. We wanted to be prepared and ready to take it all in and experience every bit of the natural beauty to behold within this grandiose park. Located on Lookout Mountain, Cloudland Canyon is one of Georgia's most scenic and rugged parks.
Morning.
Good morning. We just arrived at Cloudland Canyon State Park, so we're going to check it out, explore the trails that they have to offer, and hopefully see some waterfalls. You don't want to say anything?
I'm out. I don't know.
See you soon.
The trails are strenuous, but so worth the effort because they're exceptionally beautiful and take you straight down into the waterfalls and valley landscapes. Fully submerged in the mountain's beauty and ambiance, our worries were carried far away and our dreams were allowed to take precedence while our imaginations soared. The feeling of being in this place is nearly indescribable. You feel so small and like a speck in the great, vast natural world. Mesmerized by the perfect environment, all working in unison, sky, water, and earth, my senses came alive and it felt so inspiring to witness the power of creation, created by God, who truly is the perfect designer and knew exactly what he was doing. And it wasn't lost on me one bit through this almost spiritual experience. favorite things to do is just wander around in our Jeep and take it all in, because every view is a work of art. Our path led us to Red-Eyed Rooster Coffee in Chatsworth, where coincidentally we met another friendly YouTuber named Mr. Nomad Ben, who was also out exploring and to have a coffee break. The owner of the coffee shop was also friendly and helpful, and we'd had no shortage of meeting sweet folks nearly everywhere we went, and this was no exception. We were urged to experience Fort Mountain State Park since we were so close by, and of course it was on our list anyways. Some hold the opinion that this state park is the most beautiful, but truly beauty is in the eye of the beholder. This place was very serene and had altitudes that will take your breath away and certainly make you take notice, but we weren't necessarily sold on the idea that this was more beautiful than other parks we visited. We did hike to the mysterious ancient rock wall and Stonefire Tower, and then enjoyed the peaceful paths that wound around Fort Mountain Lake. Just wanted to do a check-in from the cabin and say hello. We've really been enjoying our time in the mountains here. There's so many neat things to do, so many great places to eat and check out. So this morning we're going to head over to Rosie Mae's alpaca farm. We've been wanting to try that place ever since we got up here, but unfortunately they close at noon most days. It's another beautiful day. The weather's going to be great. And so I think that we can get up to some fun adventures. Our days have been pretty packed with activities and going, a lot of hiking. So at the end of the day, we've been kind of tired, but it's been a very fulfilling trip thus far. I've really been enjoying capturing all the beautiful places, the scenic landscapes, the wildflowers. Just this terrain is so different from where we live, and it's definitely been one of our more picturesque travel moments. So we'll be leaving out here shortly yet again to see what the day holds and to see what more adventure we can get up to. So come along, let's go. Rosie Mae's was a cute and fun experience, coupled by learning more about alpacas than we thought we would and me getting spit on. This getting spit on, I'm told, comes with the territory if you're truly dedicated and willing to submerge in the experience. And of course, I wouldn't shy away or shortchange myself, now would I? Here we come! Here we come, munchies! David is too suave with animals and has the way with them, so he'd not be a victim of smelly alpaca spit like me. Feeding them was a bit chaotic, but coupled with cuteness, our $2 bag of feed was emptied in short order by the friendly alpacas taking their responsibilities very seriously. They were really so soft, if you could sneak in a stroke of their fine fleece. And I think we were grateful for the Alpaca 101 schooling we'd received in the boutique while sipping coffee and waiting for the sleepy alpacas to wake up and receive us. The hospitality and charm of this establishment is duly recognized, and we highly recommend you visit if you're ever in Wildwood, Georgia, because you won't regret it. Energized with coffee and not at all smelling like an alpaca, we arrived to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Definitely known for its architectural features and engineering showcases, this city has many popular attractions and is a hot spot in summertime. It was really easy to traverse the city and make our way around. We toured along past the college campus, historical buildings, theater exhibitions, and eventually found food at this quaint eatery called the Yellow Deli Cafe. And let me just tell you right now, this was one of the most charming and eclectic restaurants I've ever eaten at. And not only did it serve up delicious deli sandwiches, but also some food for thought. I walked away feeling very deep and feeling satisfied beyond words with the meal we had, and like my soul had been refreshed through their testimony of faith, their friendly hospitality, and the humble way of life they choose to lead with grateful servitude at the center. I'll definitely be looking to visit other locations closer to home again one day, and honestly, I cannot wait to order another one of their amazing fruit salads. The Walnut Street Pedestrian Bridge is one of the world's longest and connects downtown Chattanooga to the North Shore. Our path led us pleasantly to a quaint shopping district, and Winder Binder Books was a great place to duck in out of the heat and look around. Clumpy's ice cream was also a must to help cool down and get refreshed for the trek back over the bridge again. After an adventurous day of hiking and exploring, we headed to our trusty Jeep and began a relaxing drive to the cabin where we would begin packing and gathering everything together for checkout the following morning. Even though we had to check out of our cozy cabin and head back home, we decided to make the most of the journey by stopping along the way at this beautiful state park. The visitor center was newly updated and welcoming, and all of the paths through the woods were so beautiful and calming it just felt like stepping into a land of the elves and fairy creatures. Everything was so green and lush, and the air smelled of wildflowers and moss and felt refreshingly cool. It was our last day of the trip, and we could honestly say the end was drawing quickly upon us. It was a bittersweet feeling because we were aware of how much satisfaction we'd gained from our experiences, but also that we would have to close this chapter in our story when the trip ended. We left the dirt track for the last time on this trip and buckled up to resume the miles between us and home. From here on, it's the pavement to southeast Georgia.
The historical town of Hogansville.
The finality of our trip's conclusion began to feel more real as we neared the end of the road, but we definitely hope to travel the state of Georgia even more in the future. Checking off our itinerary from the trip and reevaluating our state park bucket list invoked a strong desire to pursue more travel through Georgia and Tennessee in the future. Recapping our trip brought feelings of accomplishment, relief, and gratitude far exceeding our expectations. Returning home doesn't mean the end of excitement, though. It's a chance to reflect on all of the incredible memories we've made and carry them with us wherever we go. So, in closing this chapter of our adventure, we'll embrace the warmth and familiarity of home, knowing that new adventures await just around the corner. Thank you all so much for joining us for over 1,200 miles as we embarked on this exciting journey through the Georgia Highlands. If you enjoyed this video and want more content like this, please don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram for updates and more exciting moments awaiting us around every corner. Until next time, happy trails!